My name is Pauline. So, before I got married, my surname was Sang, T-S-A-N-G. Very strange name because those days there was no honey pinyin. I was born in Shanghai, so they just converted it into any spelling that you want. And then, of course, now I'm a Pauline Ong because I married an Ong. So, we're born in Shanghai. And then migrated to Singapore, moved with the whole family. I stayed in Balestier Road, so those days it was rows of shop houses. It wasn't high-rise, as you knew, there was no high-rise HDB apartment. So it was terrace house with a little front yard. And but very soon, after 2 years, we were able to rent a house with a garden, for $200. Actually, the Chinese schools were very much better run because they were run by the very rich philanthropist who donated a lot of money to for the land and for building of the school, like Chinese High School, Tao Nan, or the original Hua Chong. Yeah, so some of these fantastic schools, because the Chinese merchants were given a free hand by the Brits, the British colonial government. I'll talk about them later. So the Chinese philanthropists would have put in money for the arts, for the culture, for science and literature, and so actually their standard was very good. But my mother said we must have an English education so as to give us a professional grounding. The British were running the colonial government. They had their trading houses, and all that they need were the natives to be educated enough to be their clerical staff. And indeed, they were up to the level of maybe a senior clerk, telephone operators, teachers, and nurses. The relationship was subservient. All our time, from school to hospitals to the teaching, transport, subservient because we were 6 steps below them in everything. Even in the cinema hall, we were not allowed to buy the upstairs circle ticket. That's reserved for the armed forces. We were subservient because in school, from principal, HOD, all the way down, were all British. In 1964, just after we merged with Malaya, we became part of Malaysia. Then there was a lot of racial disharmony, and where we lived in Besson Road, I still remember they said it was rumors that the Muslim workers of Tan Tock Seng Hospital, where our Besson Road house backed up against, were coming out to chop us up. What to do? We just go on our knees and pray. Or we played 4 corners, where you choke the 4 corners and then you have a person in the middle and you run round and round, hoping to get, to secure one of the corners. It's called 4 corners. Everything was very organic, rubber band, skipping rope. We had hula hoop, round and round, to make the waist small, and maybe 5 stones. Swimming on the beach. Land wasn't filled then. So again, very basic. No shopping malls. It's just outdoor. We would draw on the sand all these hopscotch, You have a semicircle, then you have two, there's actually 房子好像, it's like rooms, and then you hop on one foot and you throw a stone and all kinds. Life was fun. We still had our dances. We were all sent to learn dancing in David's School of Dancing in Emerald Hill. And we learned the cha-cha, the rumba, the samba, the waltz, the foxtrot. Then we were the most popular girls in the school, because St. Margaret's and St. Andrews, we used to have prefects dance, after rugby tournament dance. And so, with all our dancing skills, we'll play on, enjoy life. We used to sneak out before we got home and eat ice kacang. And that was called forbidden. I gave a talk on that. And my mother always knew. You know why? Because the ice kacang had red color, green color, and we would come home with our lips all red. And why forbidden? Because it's so dirty. He'll be sweating and he'll do like that. And then he'll take his cloth and he'll hold onto the ice and go chungkung chungkung before electricity, where you make the ice kacang. Each time has its own moments of joy. Our time, it was, as I said, organic. You had the unreclaimed land, so we had the sea. We don't have MRT, so we can't get very far. Buses were hot and stuffy. So we played in the neighborhood. But it's really how your parents love you and bonded with you, and you had your neighborhood friends. But the same translation now is that as long as the parents teach children good values and give them enjoyment, every generation has its joy. And I don't know what the 5-year-olds would think about when they think back and reflect on when they become 60 years old.